Welcome to my channel Liberty Old Coin, this special deep dive where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. Today, we're not just looking at a piece of pocket change, we're looking at a piece of history. First up, let's travel back to a specific moment in Australian history, the year 1988. Before the coin we know today, there was the Australian $2 note, which was constantly getting ruined from heavy use and only lasted about 6 months in circulation. On June 20th, 1988, the treasurer, Paul Keating, officially retired the paper note and introduced a brand new, durable $2 coin into the nation's pockets. The reverse side of this coin, the tail side, features the half-length figure of a dignified Aboriginal elder, with the Southern Cross constellation shining above him. This powerful design was created by the Royal Australian Mint's chief engraver, Horst Hahne, as a way to honor the original inhabitants of the land. Because this was a standard circulation coin, the Royal Australian Mint produced a massive quantity to replace all those worn-out notes, with exactly 160,700,000 coins being struck that very first year. Now, this is where things get incredibly exciting, because while there are millions of these coins out there, not all of them are created equal. The specific single coin sitting in your collection right now could be a standard circulated piece, or it could be something astronomically more valuable. The value of a coin depends entirely on 3 things: the specific version you have, the condition it is in, and whether it has a rare and beautiful error. Let's look at the different versions of this coin that exist. Besides the regular circulating coin, the Mint also produced a stunning silver-proof version of the 1988 $2 coin, with a mintage of just 45,000. This particular coin was struck to commemorate the opening of the new Commonwealth Parliament House in Canberra, making it a beautiful numismatic collectible. Because it is made of 0.925 sterling silver and has a mirror-like finish, this one coin is already valued at around $75 just on its own. But the true astronomical value lies in the high-grade, uncirculated coins and the fascinating mint errors. If you find a coin that has never been used and is graded as Mint State 68 or Mint State 69, experts value it at between $60 and $117, which is an incredible return for a $2 piece. However, the most exciting aspect of this coin is the clipped planchet error, where a piece of the metal blank was accidentally cut off before the coin was struck. One single example of this 1988 error coin sold for a spectacular $250. Now, you may have heard rumors online about the hidden HH initials on the coin. To be absolutely clear, the 1988 coin is one of the only years where the designer Horst Hahne placed his initials on the design. So if you see HH, it means you have the correct 1988 original. While some people have listed these standard HH coins on eBay for as high as $10,000, that is a false dream based on misinformation. The real fortune is not found in a standard HH coin, but rather in the incredibly rare error coins that escape the mint. So, after looking at all the evidence, what is the maximum amount of money you can realistically sell this single coin for? The absolute pinnacle of value goes to superbly graded error coins. If you were to find a 1988 clipped planchet error coin and submit it for professional grading, and it comes back in the highest possible mint state grade, it could easily shatter the $250 record we see today. This means you are holding a coin worth jaw-dropping $250. Imagine the rush of emptying your pockets, glancing down, and realizing that a single coin you own is actually worth more than 100 times its face value. This is your call to action. Do not spend that loose change without inspecting it first. Take a close look at your 1988 $2 coins right now. Examine the edge and the shape to see if you have a mint error. If you do happen to find a perfect, uncirculated coin or a rare error, you must get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. This is the only way to prove its quality and unlock that maximum selling price. Then, you can list it on specialized auction sites or with reputable numismatic dealers who recognize the true value of what you have found. This journey into the history of the 1988 Australian $2 coin proves that great value often hides in the smallest of packages. Today, we've discovered that one coin is a clear winner worth up to $250. Never underestimate the power of checking your change, because you never know when you might be holding a little piece of Australian history that is worth a small fortune. Second coin to first is the Australian $1 coin, featuring Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, dated 1995. What if I told you that the loose change you walk past every single day could very well be holding a secret fortune that is only going to multiply as the years roll by? We're going to take a deep dive into the fascinating history of this copper bronze relic. We're going to look at why it was created in the first place. And most importantly, you're going to learn the exact reasons why this coin is a sleeping giant in the world of numismatics. First up, let's travel back in time to the mid-1990s, a period where the Australian economy was humming and the Royal Australian Mint was working overtime. The $1 coin actually made its debut all the way back in 1984 as a hard-wearing replacement for the flimsy paper dollar note that simply wore out too quickly in the harsh Australian heat. By 1995, the coin was already a national icon, featuring the famous mob of roos design created by the legendary designer Stuart Devlin. This specific design, which has been circulating for over a decade by that point, depicts 5 bounding kangaroos beneath the Southern Cross constellation. This particular 1995 issue sits right in the middle of the Raphael David Maklauf era of the Queen's portrait. The obverse side of the coin features the third definitive portrait of Elizabeth II, showing the Queen wearing the magnificent King George IV state diadem, which makes this specific coin highly recognizable to collectors worldwide. The Royal Australian Mint produced this coin primarily for everyday commerce, meaning you could jangle them in your pocket while buying a loaf of bread or a cup of coffee in any city from Sydney to Perth. But what makes this coin so special today isn't just its age, it is the incredible range of rare versions and mint errors that snuck out of the factory 29 years ago. Let's talk about the sheer numbers involved with this single coin. The standard circulation version of the 1995 Australian $1 coin has a recorded mintage of approximately 21,400,000 pieces. While that sounds like a huge number, and it certainly is, the key to value lies not in how many were made, but in how many survived in perfect, pristine condition. Most of these coins were thrown into cash registers, tossed into fountains, and scratched against keys for decades. Finding a high-grade, uncirculated example in 2026 is genuinely becoming a treasure hunt. Now, you need to understand the explosive future value potential of this coin. The market for Australian decimal coins is currently heating up faster than a summer day in the outback, as more and less experienced collectors from Asia, Europe, and the United States are aggressively seeking out high-quality 1990s issues. As the years pass and more raw coins are sent off for grading, the population reports from services like PCGS and NGC will show us exactly how rare the gem mint state examples truly are. This scarcity will inevitably drive the maximum price up, making your $1,995 coin a genuine growth asset. Let me give you the hard numbers on the current value for the standard coin. Based on the latest 2026 price guides from leading Australian numismatic authorities, a circulated 1995 $1 coin in average condition is worth only its face value of $1 or perhaps $3 at a garage sale. However, the moment you step up to an uncirculated condition, the value rockets instantly to $10. Wait, it gets much better than that. If you have a coin that has been certified in Mint State 65 or higher, you're looking at a price of roughly $19. But a truly spectacular example, graded Mint State 67, can command a stunning $60 or more. However, we haven't even scratched the surface of the true money yet, because the real fortune is hiding in the silver editions of this coin. The Perth Mint released a spectacular 1-ounce silver version of the 1995 $1 coin, often featuring the beautiful kookaburra or kangaroo designs. These coins are struck from .999 fine silver, giving them intrinsic melt value alone of about $76 right now. When you add the collector premium for a certified proof or Mint State 70 perfect coin, the value for this single silver piece jumps to a massive $350. The most extraordinary story though, belongs to the 1995 commemorative edition that celebrates the centenary of Banjo Paterson's legendary ballad, Waltzing Matilda. This coin features the iconic Jolly Swagman on the reverse, and it was released as a non-circulating legal tender piece at various coin shows across Australia, carrying mint marks like C for Canberra, M for Melbourne, and B for Brisbane. Because the mintages for these specific mint mark coins were incredibly low, some as few as 74,000 pieces, a certified example of this 1995 Waltzing Matilda dollar can easily sell for up to $98. Let's shift our focus to why this coin is destined to become even more valuable in the future. During the 1990s, the Royal Australian Mint was experimenting heavily with different finishes and packaging, which means there are countless proof and specimen sets floating around that no one has opened yet. If you manage to find a 1995 proof year set that has been kept in its original capsule for almost 3 decades, you are holding a piece of history that appeals to investors who love original packaging. As these unopened sets become rarer, the value of the individual $1 coin inside them will rise proportionally. Now, I want you to listen very closely because this is where the concept of maximum price becomes life-changing. While standard $1,995 are common, extremely specific high-grade examples have already sold for premium prices in recent auctions. For instance, an Anax MS70 Deep Cameo Silver Kookaburra from 1995 represents the absolute pinnacle of what this mintage can achieve. When you factor in auction records and verified dealer sales, the absolute maximum price you can currently extract for a single, top-tier, error-free, certified 1995 silver $1 coin is an incredible $400. You might be wondering if a standard aluminum bronze dollar can hit the $400 mark. The answer is yes, but only if you have a condition rarity. A condition rarity occurs when the surviving population of high-grade coins is extremely low. The 1995 bronze dollar is vastly undergraded in the current market. If a collector survey reveals in 2027 that only 5 coins have been graded mint state 68 or higher, the value of those examples could skyrocket overnight to $200 or more. That is the power of supply and demand working in your favor. To maximize your selling price, you absolutely cannot sell this coin as loose pocket change. You must get it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS, NGC, or Anax. The difference between a raw coin sold on eBay for $10 and a slab-certified coin sold at auction for $100 is the little plastic holder that guarantees the grade. Professional grading removes all doubt for the buyer, and wealthy collectors happily pay massive premiums for that peace of mind. Selling your 1995 $1 coin at the highest possible price means targeting the right audience. Do not walk into a pawn shop where they will offer you 50 cents for it. Instead, list your certified coin on specialized platforms like eBay Australia, but set a firm reserve price. Better yet, consider consigning it to a reputable auction house that specializes in Australian decimals, such as Noble Numismatics or Roxbury's. These auction houses have dedicated collector bases who are actively looking for your specific 1995 error or high-grade coin and are willing to fight over it. Let me be crystal clear about the financial ceiling for this historical artifact. Based on verified archival data from the last 3 years of public auctions, the most money ever paid for a single 1995 Australian $1 coin was for a perfect proof silver Kookaburra example. That specific coin realized a final hammer price of $400. However, with the global silver spot price hovering at $76 per ounce and expected to rise, the melt value alone will push the price up. I firmly predict that within the next 5 to 7 years, a top-tier $1,995 will break the $600 barrier.